It's Womanless Nerd Out time! And it's also my awesome cousin, my beautiful cousin, inside and out, Lucy Kessler's birthday. Happy birthday, Lulu. This one is absolutely forever your day in the Book of When Wellness. We'll talk about her more at the end. As for now, let's get into our discussion of the day. And what is that about? It's about how much water we should be drinking in a day, right? Is it good to just drink tons of water, right? It's obviously not good to not have enough, but let's kind of talk about a few different sources in the consensus, what they say. So it's different for different demographics. One source said children 9 to 13 years old should be having 7 to 8 cups of water in a day. This source said kids 14 to 18 should be having 8 to 11 cups of water per day, and for males 19 and over, you're looking at 13 cups a day. For women 19 and over, you're looking at 9 cups per day. Now, according to the Mayo Clinic, it's a little bit higher. Adult men should be having 15 and a half cups per day, and adult women should be having 11 and a half cups per day. Now, interestingly, the American Council on Exercise, they say, because when we exercise, obviously we're losing a lot of water, right? And we're losing electrolytes too, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But you're losing a lot of water. So, how much should we drink? And for somebody that exercises regularly, right? Well, those numbers are pretty good. But on top of that, they say within 2 hours leading up to the workout, you should have 17 to 20 ounces of water. We've been talking cups this whole time before this. So 17 to 20 ounces of water within 2 hours leading up to your workout. During the workout, they recommend 7 to 10 ounces of water for every 10 to 20 minutes you're exercising. So really like a cup of water every 10 to 20 minutes you're exercising. All right. So that is generally the consensus about, according to a few different sources, how much water we should be getting in a day. Now, what happens if we have too much water? Because we all know if we have too little, we're dehydrated and what can happen there. But what happens if I'm just guzzling down water because I'm trying to be healthy? I've made this mistake earlier in my life, and obviously I learned my lesson. But we can deplete our electrolytes, suffering things like hyponatremia, for example, where we don't have enough sodium, right? And that's obviously no bueno. So when we talk about the electrolytes before we even get into any side effects and symptoms, things like that, obviously we're talking about like sodium, calcium, magnesium, potassium, bicarbonate, chloride, and phosphate, or phosphorus, you could say. So what are some side effects that we can get if we don't have enough electrolytes? Well, you can get muscle spasms, muscle twitching, convulsions, muscle weakness, and you can get headaches, right? These are some signs that you might not have enough electrolytes. Now, they could be due to other things, but you know yourself and you know what you did throughout your day. And if something seems a little bit off and all you did was drink a lot of water, you're on this new routine trying to cut down or whatever you're trying to do, and drinking tons of water, and you feel a little lightheaded, you have a headache, you feel a little bit confused, you have nausea, anything, vomiting, irritability, right? Lethargy, fatigue, even a racing heartbeat, right? These could all be signs that you have an electrolyte imbalance, that you've been having too much water and not enough electrolytes. So what are some foods that we can have if we're in a situation like that? And I'm like, I want some quick electrolytes, but I don't have a Noon tablet to drop into a glass of water. That's just an example of an electrolyte tablet. There are a million out there. But foods you're looking at are, like citrus fruits, right? Like you talk like oranges, lemons are chock full of them. Bananas are full of them as well. Dairy products like milk and yogurt, coconut water, orange juice, so there are a few quick things you can have if you feel like your electrolytes are on the low end for that day and you have some of those symptoms aforementioned. So before we go, we got to say happy birthday to my cousin, Lucy Kessler. Happy birthday, Lulu. I hope you have the absolute best day today. I want you to know that this obviously is 100% for you, and I'm thinking of you today. I'm glad I got to talk to you this morning a little bit. And when I think of you, well, I think of I think of young Lucy. Actually, one of the things I think of the most is being at the beach club. I don't know what I talked about last year for 1 month, but that's really what comes into my head. Obviously, hanging out at your house on Thanksgiving and all these things and having fun. But I think of you at the beach club, and I think of when you used to make those little like bracelets and stuff, and you and your friends would sell them. I always thought it was so cool. You know, I was like, oh, my cousin Lucy's so cool. I'm not sure, I guess, if you exactly made them. You knew the kids who did it, maybe we were talking about. But I'm pretty sure you might have made some of those too. Those little bracelets, and you guys would sit on the corner at the beach club, and people walk by, and you would sell them. And I always thought that was such a neat thing. So that's just a memory that pops into my head. And aside from that, just you being a beautiful person. I mean, you really are. You're not only gorgeous, you're a genius, and you're just the nicest person in the world. So I'm so blessed to have you in my family, be able to call you my cousin. And I want you to know 100%. This is your day forever in the book of One Wellness. So happy birthday, Lucy. I'll see you soon, all right? See you at your wedding. I'm super excited for it. What's up, Adam? How you doing? And what's up, Antona, Uncle Rebel, Liam, the whole gang. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Happy Sunday. Enjoy it. And we'll see you tomorrow. That's all we got for you for now, but we'll see you then. Thank you so much.